Jags get in the win column. Yeah, nobody's saying that they're not the walking wounded. Nobody's saying, I mean.
Today is the classic example of winning or losing paints how you feel about everything.
100%, Tony. If that game, if it comes down to Devon Hamilton doesn't bat that ball down and Tyler Lockett gets it in his hands in the back of the end zone, then it's all we're dwelling on is what could have been.
Yep.
What could have been. And guess what? That's what happens. It's a pass-fail league.
That's how sports are.
You win or you lose.
Yep.
And that's the way it is. And does it fix all the issues that you had? No. But it doesn't mean you have to repeat the issues. Now, they keep repeating certain issues, right?
They do.
The penalties.
And now issues are being added
Yes.
as they're going. Like, they're in a weird place right now, but they won.
And guess what? Houston, who's their quarterback this week? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's C.J. Stroud. Maybe it's Davis Mills. I don't know. You already beat them once. You can bury the Texans this week. I mean, we're not going to focus on that today.
No.
Because we're going to celebrate the win.
And it was a great day for the Jaguars overall because everybody else.
The whole division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indy came back, and you
Come
looked,
back
all
to
of a sudden, you're like, oh, I remember what Daniel Jones can do.
Oh.
He could turn it over four times
there's
in a
Daniel
game.
Jones.
That's the one we like,
not
you
this
know.
imposter.
And you get them two head-to-head. So, I mean, it's all still in front of you. And with a loss, though, you're sitting there going, well, you know, we're only in the eighth or ninth spot in the playoff picture. We're not that far behind. And no, got the W, and you had to have that one. And guess what? There are several others you have to get. You got to get the Jets game. You got to get those two Titans games right there. Maybe the Arizona game. I mean, get this one this week is a huge step in the right direction. I had them splitting with Houston before the season. Let's see what the quarterback situation looks like. It's amazing to me how Oz Hakim's tune has changed, and D'Amico Ryans feels like his guy took an unfair shot.
What?
Oh, what happened? I mean, it's crazy.
Well, to be fair, most of that commentary is the play wasn't flagged.
And it shouldn't have been.
Right. Like, that's what he was complaining about, which, people are reacting to it because they are talking about it, and we all saw what happened last year.
Look, man, bias aside, and I'm plenty biased towards the Jags. There's no question about it. If you can't see that C.J. Stroud did a kind of stumbling fall into a slide way too late once the guy committed, and the guy hit him in the chest with his shoulder. His head happened to snap back and hit the ground.
He did.
That's a tough break for them. But
yes, it is.
On we go. All right, let's get into it. Reaction Monday. Love to hear from you. We'll begin with Alan in St. Mary's, Georgia. First up on the program this morning. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning. And what a great morning.
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
So I'm calling to give you guys credit because if you wouldn't have had those leftover shirts from last year, they probably wouldn't be winning. But now
it might be that. I don't know.
embarrassed them so much that they have to win.
It could be.
So you got to take some credit. Take credit.
Yeah, I don't know about any credit.
I like it. I'll take it.
Dave will
I'll
take
take
it.
it.
He's
Dave will
throwing
take it.
shirts away, and now
Yes.
he's taking credit for
Right?
Yeah, they felt terrible. They're like, David Garrard threw our shirt away, guys. His shirt away. His Victory Monday shirt away. We got to be better this year. We got a new head coach. We got our quarterback back. We got some players. We got to win. Get that shirt back.
I hope this thing gets worn out throughout the course of the season. I love some
See
ratty
some
little
stains
holes
on
in it.
there.
Yeah, some stains, all that good stuff. You always think like you're not going to spill all over yourself, and then that's
you
me.
do.
Maybe I'm just talking about me. I say you.
My
always.
coffee was ready to go in my lap this morning.
All right, Alan. Yes, we'll take full credit then, according to David. So it's all on our account. I will say
gotta
this.
take credit when credit is due. Okay.
Here's the one thing I'll take credit for, and it has no bearing on the outcome of the game, is that I did find it interesting last week. I asked everybody we talked to all week, Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, who's going to blow up this game if one of them's going to blow up the game. And 100% said Max Crosby. And I'm like, have you watched the Jags ever try to cover a tight end? And the one guy who was doing a good job of that this year, Devin Lloyd, not going to play this week. I mean, Max Crosby had an impactful game, but Brock Bowers was on another planet. Without Brock Bowers, that's the thing. Think about this. This Raiders team, they got blown out last week. Yeah, they didn't have Bowers.
Yep.
Right? If they didn't have Bowers yesterday, Jags win this thing in a cakewalk. I mean, it wasn't even close. He was the one element they had no answer
I
for.
watched the game, and I still don't remember any of their other players besides Myers and Tyler Lockett, only because I know Tyler.
And only because Tyler was just happened to be the target on the final play of the game.
That too, yeah.
Had no real impact in the game. McManus said it on Friday, Tony. Give Geno time. He can still pick you apart.
Yeah.
He can throw the ball very well. Jags didn't get a lot of pressure and a lot of sacks, but they got a couple of key ones, and
we got a turnover.
We did get a turnover. And Dave, if they had officiated the end of the Cincinnati game correctly, where they called that PI on Travis Hunter, if they don't call that, every game the Jags have a turnover in, they've won this year. Every single one. So, I mean, that would be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So get turnovers.
And looking at the
turnovers are good.
The scorecard here, 20 of the 29 pass attempts went to the tight ends for the Raiders yesterday. And if you throw Genty in there, it's 25.
Oh, my gosh.
It's crazy, the numbers that we're talking about here.
So imagine if they were playing without Bowers and Myers the last several weeks. I mean, they are who they are. They're not a good team.
They're a team that runs through Brock Bowers.
And Dewey said in the postgame, he's like, and no offense to the Raiders, man, but that's a 2-5 team, you know? So, but you got to win. You had to get it. You can't lose those games.
We were good enough to not lose to that team.
You know who would have lost to that team?
Last
year's Jags, right?
Because
I watched them lose to that team.
Pretty much did. Yes. I mean,
we almost did last year.
On that day, with the set of circumstances, they would have found a way to make a few less plays, and that would have been it. All right, let's go to Mark in Mandarin next up here on Victory Monday. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Isn't it amazing when the Jaguars win, man, the butterflies are out, the sun is shining?
For me, you're 100% right, man. Changes
the
my
world
mood
is
entirely.
so much more. The world is so much better and more acceptable when the Jags win.
No doubt.
So, all right. So I don't want to sound like a whiner or a complainer. I want to start by saying, if you would have asked me before the season started, would I have been satisfied with 5-3? It would have been an emphatic yes. So I'm ecstatic with the win yesterday. Terrific win. So I want to start with that. I'm not calling just to whine, okay? But watching this offense, the stuff I see every single week are pre-snap penalties, getting the ball getting the play off with 1 second left on the play clock, having to burn timeouts because you can't get the play off. There'll be 5 seconds left on the play clock, and then someone will go in motion. So here's my question: I had this epiphany watching the game. My wife asked me, I'm yelling at the TV virtually every offensive play, and my wife asked me, who is to blame for that? And the only answer I could even muster was Trevor and Liam in some combination. So here's my question: is it possible that for this iteration of the Jaguars, for the 2025 Jaguars, that this offense may be a bit too complicated? I'm not saying it's a bad offense. What I'm saying is all the head-scratching, frustrating stuff that they keep doing every week, is it that they're learning a complicated offense? And I'll ask David Garrard. I mean, you were a pro quarterback. When the team is late breaking the huddle like that, and they just don't have enough time to run all the pre-snap stuff, who does that fall on? And I think that's my question. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great question. Yeah, most of the time it's the coaching staff getting the play called to the quarterback. Now, the times when the quarterback makes it an issue is when he is trying to hear the play and he's got teammates talking to him and there's guys in his ear that you guys don't see that. So we're trying to listen to the play, but we also got somebody trying to talk to us, causing us to, hey, give me the play again. You guys will see the quarterback spin his hand saying, give it to me again. That's the universal, give it to me again. So there's a combination of those two. And I do think it is a new system for everybody. Even though Liam is in this system, has been in this system, he's got new players listening to him giving these calls. And yes, guys can be a little off. Usually the second year of a new system is when you're at your best. But I've never seen so many just errors and so many mistakes this late into the season on basic things, getting lined up. Now, snapping the ball at 1, that's fine, as long as you're not doing it where it's a panic. Peyton Manning snapped the ball at 1 second every time because he wanted to make sure he knew what the defense was trying to run. But for us, it seems like it's a little bit more of a panic, and that's where snapping the ball at 1 second isn't helping anybody, because now everybody's running with a panicness in them as opposed to, oh, yeah, this is what we do. We can snap the ball at one. Every team can snap the ball at 1 second. That's not a problem. But making sure you're not doing it in a panic is where the issue comes in with us sometimes, because that's when guys start making mistakes.
Yeah, my guess is, and you obviously have the wealth of experience about this, is that it does come into play more on those timing issues in terms of getting in and out of the huddle, getting the play off. But the false starts and not being aligned, that has nothing to do. That's basic football. Like, you can't make these kind of mental errors that they keep making. So who is that on? I mean,
I wish I knew why there were so many mental errors, because now you got to go into, okay, what are guys doing on their off time? Are they at home studying when they should be because there's a few plays that not quite up to speed on? Or is it, maybe it is this guy's mind can't handle all those things, and so it causes some problems there. But that's where a coach has to realize, okay, I can't keep making these things so difficult for our guys, because every week we go out there, there's issue. That's why I don't think it's that. I think it's just guys making mental mistakes. They're not as dialed in for whatever reason on that play like they should be.
And we brought in Liam Cohen-Toney to improve this to modernize the offensive philosophy here. I don't want to dumbing it down here halfway through the season. I mean, there are some fits and starts and some growing pains, but I want to see them come up to that level rather than have that level be brought down to them.
Yeah.
I think it has to be that way. I would be very disappointed if it didn't get worked out that way. It's like, if we're having issues with that kind of thing, then you guys need to figure it out, right? Like on the field, it's like, we're putting you in a position to be successful. How about you get in position so that we can allow you to be successful, so that the team can be successful in some of these moments? And yeah, they do come out of the huddle late. Like, those things happen too. And, Coach Cohen, he'll take his brunt of that. Like, when it's on him, he says it's on me. Like, I got to get better at doing that kind of thing. But the kind of issues they're having on the offense, I think, is a whole lot more on players not knowing where they're supposed to be than the coaches not putting them in a position to succeed, based at least on my perspective on it to this point this season.
All right, look, it's fair criticism, and I think I don't have any issue with anybody critiquing the mistakes, as long as you can feel good about the win, right? Like, if you're waking up today going, well, that's not gonna be good enough against so-and-so, like, It was good enough this week, and maybe it won't, but maybe we won't play that way against Houston or whomever later on down the line.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey here, thanking you so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube. But before you click away, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to check out our other team-specific channels on the 1010XL network on YouTube.